that was a big lesson. Like, give people the dignity of their process. Like, you can still do something with dignity and allow it to be difficult. Having dignity doesn't mean it's just going to be perfect. Yeah.
So you dating? Can I ask you that?
Yeah. With intention.
I knew she was dating. I knew it because she was like, yes, not the end of the road, baby. I felt that.
Yeah.
I felt that in my spirit.
I talked about it on the podcast that I was going to date with intention. So earlier this year, I'm on a flight. I had a brand gig in New York and I was flying to speak in San Antonio. And I'm on the flight and I literally have this like, again, that like still small voice that's like nudging. It's like, you're not even clear on what you want. Do you even really know what you want? And you can list a few things like honest, kind, right? And so I take my phone out, open up the notes, and my spirit is like, write everything that you want and don't hold back. And I get down to like 7 things. And I'm like, I remember reading an article where they were like, women are too picky and they just need to have 3 things and let God fill in the rest. And then my spirit was like, they were not talking to you, ma'am. Your spirit said, write it all. The list was like 29 things. 29 things. And every day, like not every day, but I would say a couple times a week, I just kind of review it because I started to have an awareness. This is the thing. I was heads down, faithful, like all the things for 14 and a half years, right? So I didn't even know when men were flirting with me because I used to just always be like, oh, thank you. They'd be like, oh, you're beautiful. Thank you so much. I never really looked around, paid attention, none of that. So having the list allowed me to start having more awareness around men, right? And then I could meet people and all of a sudden, like I would notice like, oh, someone's flirting with me and I would talk to them and then I go, oh,
that ain't it, no.
Not you. Like, I remember one thing on the list code was like, I want someone that's humorous, right? And I met a guy, he seemed really cool. I'm talking to him, and then I realized he has mean-spirited humor. So his humor is at the expense of other people. I don't really like that. As someone who was bullied, as a kid and all that, when it was teasing, but it was nasty, I'm like, I really don't like mean-spirited humor. So I had to like update the list. I was like, humor,
let me get
not
specific.
mean-spirited.
Yeah, let me get specific.
So that was a really good exercise for me in this season. Just like, okay, what do you want? I will say this. I learned that there's not a shortage of men.
Tell them. Look in that camera right there and say that one more time.
I have really learned that there's not a shortage of men and good men. And like I said before, I think it's your attitude and what you expect. Because if your perception is all men are dogs and everyone's evil, then that's the lens that you're going to like look at everyone.
And that's what you're going to attract.
And that's what you'll attract. But I've actually met a lot of great men. They were not necessarily great for me, but it was really a great exercise. I'm like, oh, nice people exist out here.
Yes.
Nice tall ones.
Come on, nice tall ones. Do you notice men be lying about their height?
Yes.
Why do they do that like you're not going to see them in real life and know they're not?
And I'm too tall to play. I'm too tall to play that game.
Stop. Listen, guys. Stop lying about your height. But I do agree with what you said because even before I met my husband, and we are here in Atlanta where they say it ain't no good, straight black men, okay? I met several good men. They just weren't for me.
Yeah.
So I don't, but I never, ever, ever subscribe to there's no good men, the men are just cheating. I've never subscribed to that, but I feel like women who put that out there, that's what you're going to get back.
Yeah.
All the time.
All the time. I mean, your mind is always looking for ways to confirm its beliefs. It's always searching for a way to confirm. So if you're looking for a certain type of thing and you're like, all people do this thing, that's all you're ever going to see. And I don't.
You ain't subscribing to that.
I'm not subscribing to that.
That's not for you. Well, yeah. I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
Keep that shoulder out, sis. He's coming. He is coming. Okay, so you got to tell me about Command the Stage.
Yeah.
You mentioned I was in New York doing my thing. I had something going on in San Antonio. Yeah. You're always all around speaking, which is a desire, a goal for so many people. Tell me about Command the Stage because you're helping other people do what you do.
Yeah, so Command the Stage it's a transformational speaking course. I don't believe in being just a trainer or a motivational speaker. Let me break that down, right? So you have to understand the purpose behind why you're opening your mouth. I only open my mouth with the intention of transformation. inspiration is cute, right? But if I rah you to death and get you pumped up and I don't equip your hands and help you move your feet, you're going to be exactly the same. You're going to go to sleep and be like, well, that was nice yesterday. And that's it. Trainers are there to just inform, right? They're like, here are the bullet points on the slides. I'm going to read to you what you can already read on the PowerPoint. That's what a majority of people are. What I train on or what I teach is from like a spirit of transformation.